So I know everybody has been going in on Ja Morant lately, which they should. I know Shannon Sharpe said something about him, and I have to agree with what Shannon Sharpe said. You came from a nice family. You came up. Why are you acting like this? And I'm going to make this a very short video. So I'm going to simplify it by saying this let's just say this. I think Ja Morant is 23 years old, so I'm probably about 11 years older than him. Let's say it's big brother to little brother. My guy. Bro, you gotta stop acting like this, man. This is not a good look. I wonder if anybody remember the story with Gilbert Arenas in the locker room with Javaris Creighton, I think his name was. Now, we all know how Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Creighton brung heaters into the locker room, and we know how that went. They both got suspended. Silly Gilly got off lucky, but Javaris Creighton really thought he was a mafioso, thought he was a hitman for hire, and I think he ended up taking the life of a young mother in Atlanta back in either 2011 or 12, one of the two, and now he's serving life in prison. Not say that's going to be Ja Morant, but that's what happens when you act like something that you're not. This talk of when he said to Shannon Sharpe after that little scuffle, "Oh, we're going to let him live," and then he made another statement towards somebody else talking about, I checked his temperature, he ain't having no fever. That type of stuff, that type of talking. They had this red beam thing with the Indiana Pacers, and I think his friend was responsible for it. I think he's banned or something like that now, from what I've been hearing. Bro, man, you ain't built like that. I think I just, right before I did this video, I actually saw a video on Instagram with somebody making fun of Ja Morant's background, saying he ain't built like that, based off the 8 Mile Eminem's freestyle, if you remember that. But yeah, he ain't built like that. You're not no gangster, from what I heard, from what I've been seeing. He was living in the suburbs in South Carolina. His parents were better off. So where's all this gangsters talk from? And I saw this coming in the last few years since he's been in the league. I see the cut off eyebrows, and it's just like, man, you're not a rapper. I look at the way he dressed. You're not a rapper. You're not a thug, not a gangster. I think we all went through, some of us, the African American, kind of went through some phase where we thought we was harder than what we was, thug. Parents slapped the crap out of us. He was born in the suburbs with 2 parents. Chill out. And that's what somebody probably needs to do with him. I don't know the relationship between his dad and him personally. We've seen that his dad is at the court, on the court all the time, courtside, watches his games. It seemed like, from what I seen, yeah, it looked like he came from a nice, decent African American family. Why are you trying to portray this thug? Because you know how everybody else sees it that's not African American. You know how they see it. They don't think that's what you are. Well, you're not. You gotta have a different type of decorum about yourself. Walk a different way when you're in the public eye, when you're making millions. This goes not for just Ja Morant, but everybody else in his position. NFL too, as well. There's been too many mess ups. There's been too many mess ups in both the NFL and NBA going back 30 years. Not with just what Ja Morant is doing. It's just like, players, car crashes, and you know what happened to Kobe. Just goofy stuff. NFL too, had the same thing. So my advice to Ja Morant: stop with the fake gangster stuff. Stop it. It's not gonna go well with your face. Somebody gonna test your temperature, your own self, and you might not like it. Don't you also got a daughter too? Not to speak on this kid, but it's just like, be a better example for your daughter too. Come on now, man. People are watching. People are watching what you're doing. But I ain't done with Ja Morant. I'm actually gonna go at the Memphis Grizzlies right quick too. But stay tuned for that video.